Good evening, traders, and welcome to the F&O Show with Bereez. Let us see what the markets did today. As you can see, Banknifty opened at around 42,800 levels. And from there, about an hour, couple of hours, it did some sideways movement in a very narrow range. And from there, it broke out, reached all the way to 43,150, and then corrected again and closed just below 43,000. Well, adjusted close is above 43,000. So it's okay. Let's call it 43,000 closing. So looks like the range that I had discussed earlier of 43,000 and 43,300 might still hold for this week's expiry. But I didn't take any other trades in Bank Nifty really, since there was no setup from my side. But I think Kshitij took a couple of trades. So
Yes,
let
yes.
me hand it over to him.
Hello, hello. So I was looking at this particular range, okay, and when it broke out, as I had mentioned in the previous videos, I am bullish, and it was also on the levels I had marked. So as I've told you, I do like to trade retest, and when it broke out and it closed, no, I sorry, on this candle when it closed and gave this retest of my level, I went long. But truth be told, my patience was tested and I could not really take benefit. I did, you could say, I scalped for 30 points. But yeah, that's it. I wish I could hold on the position to the to all to get this rally. But yeah, this consolidation, this was the exact candle I entered. In fact, this was the wick I entered in. I was in quick profits, so I thought of just booking them, and yeah, missed out on a lot. But that's okay. That keeps happening. But yeah, finally 2 days that I see that we are getting directional movements, and now is the time option buyers should be active and trade, because yeah, you are supposed to just capture 50 points and you're good for the day, and that is what these 2 days have at least been giving enough to have a directional move. Yeah, yeah, that's it from my side. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And just one small tip, not tip, but sort of a nugget for our viewers here. Whenever you are into an option buying position, which is not far into which is not a far expiry, you always need to have a time stop loss on your trade
Yeah.
as well, because
Yes.
uh, even if the stock does not move, you are still fighting against the decay that will eat away the premium. So in this case, I think the move came couple of hours after Kshitij entered into the position.
Yes.
By that time, the time stop loss was already hit. So, and it often happens if you observe the option prices that after some time the move will come that you are waiting for. The delta move will come, but by the time the option would have decayed so much that that move
Yeah.
will not move the premium as much. So
Yes.
these are the things option traders really need to keep in mind when they are taking very directional trades, because you're always fighting with theta decay in that case.
Yes.
So that's for
Yes.
Bank Nifty. Should we go to Nifty, which
Yeah.
is at a much more interesting level today? Nifty tested its previous all-time high, 18,600 and some change.
Yeah.
It For a very brief period, it broke that high as well,
Yeah.
and then it again came down, which was very much expected, because when it stocks, of course, can break resistances in one straight go, but with indices, what often happens is often the option writers have uh, have written huge volumes at the all-time high level. So even if someone checks open interest for Nifty today on the option chain, if I'm not wrong, 18,600 call is second highest when it comes to option interest, open interest rather. So let us go to NSE India, and it will be easier for you all to know what. Just scroll down. This is NSE, Nifty only. Yeah. So there it is. As you can see, 18,600 has 1,26,000 quantity written at
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
point, and
Yeah.
yeah. So and at the same time, the put side has 2,19,000 quantity written and 18,500. So this week's expiry looks like it Nifty will tease this 18,600 level still. We will see how the option still build up. if you see on the 19,000 call, the open interest has in fact decreased today by some 4,000 4,000 contracts. So it is a little interesting to see. Similarly, on the put side, 18,000 open interest or 18,050 open interest has decreased today. So this is very normal behavior when market is at an all-time high. Nobody really knows which way the market will go, and the positions shift accordingly. If this 18,600 level is broken, and if Nifty sustains even at 18,650 level for some time, we will see this entire open interest at 18,600 move to 18,800 or 900, or in fact even 19,000 within this week only. So that is always a sort of view that has to be maintained. Kshitij, if you could scroll to the bottom of the page here, we can quickly take a look at PCR ratio as well. Now, granted, PCR ratio is sort of a sort of an indicator of which way the market will go, and here you can see that clearly there are more puts written here than there are calls. So 14 by 17, let me just do it. 17 by 14. Yeah, 1.2 is the PCR currently. So that puts us
Yeah,
in bullish territory by PCR at least.
standard. Yeah,
Yeah, and the good amount of put option returns are not very far from the strike also. 18,500. They're just 100 point away from where the in fact only 50 points away from where Nifty has closed today. So I think this expiry we will go in with a bullish bias here and see how it plays out. But today's rejection was not unexpected. Let me tell our viewers. The indices don't usually break all-time highs in just one
in fact,
swift
if you
go.
could pull up the Bereez Telegram chat, we did expect a reversal there in
Yeah,
the setup.
and
Yeah,
yes, and accordingly, I did take an options positional trade there as well. I shorted 18,600 call, 18,650 call was bought. So when I entered the position, the 18,600 call was trading around 80 rupees. 18,650 was trading at around 56 rupees. So all in all, in according to my positioning, I should make around 1,200 rupees or something in that trade per lot. That is, of course, these are positional trades, so smaller quantity. Uh, in hindsight, this trade could be structured at a higher strike as well, but premiums are just really low today. It makes no sense to go away from the market, especially if you are expecting move there. It's better to simply take a stop loss if 18,600 is broken rather than going further away. So that is the Nifty trade. Should we go to other two trades that I have taken as well? One was Divislab. And Divislab we discussed in our after our show as well. Divislab has taken a reversal sort of pattern just below the support level, and this is
yeah,
usually bullish because it basically tells us that a lot of stop losses that were placed below the support have
yeah,
been taken out, and the stock is ready to reverse from there. The hammer that you see there after the large black candle basically tells us that either a lot of stop losses were hit or a lot of new fresh buy orders have come in. Either ways, the stock is going up.
yeah,
So that is why today I took one trade. Now this trade is a little different from the types of trade I usually take. In this trade, where is my account here? Yeah. So in this trade, I bought 3,600 call. That is little, not a lot, but I think 4 strike prices out of the money. So yeah, 3,600 call I purchased and 3,700 call I sold. So it's a hedged position. It could not have been a hedged position as well. Max loss is not much, but still I prefer to structure it this way. Max loss is only about 1,700 rupees,
yeah,
and max profit is little over 13,000 rupees. But this will be a low probability trade simply because we are in the out of the money options. But risk reward seems okay. If the kind of candles that Divislab makes, it can move 4 5 percentage points in a day also. So it makes sense to stay out of the money and take lesser risk, because if it doesn't move, we don't
much.
lose much there. And the last trade that I would like to give an update on, which we entered in the previous week itself, was in Reliance long. And Reliance also we discussed in our Friday show, saying that the kind of pattern that it has made on the daily chart
Yes.
tells us that it is ready to move up. And it's a good thing really that the very next day it decided to move up. So an aggressive entry also could have been taken here, but
Yeah.
I preferred my laid back sort of strategy. Here it has pretty much filled the gap that it had created in the month of June. Yeah, there. So if this move continues tomorrow, I think Reliance can keep moving up. This is the zone that it will most likely clear tomorrow
Yeah.
if it
No, it's already
retraces a
cleared.
little also. Yeah, it has cleared.
Uh,
Still, it's better to draw our levels with a crayon. So by that principle, we should give it a little more space to do its thing, and then we can
for me,
very
as I've told you guys, I'm not a breakout trader. I would wait to enter at 26.40. A retest, go long here. But I don't see that happening after such a big move. If it happens, yes, I will take that trade.
yes, and Reliance has been discussing some takeovers and things like that as well. So those news might also cause the stock to move a little erratically. But all in all, Reliance from the trade that I have structured, 2,500 is unlikely to come in this expiry, and that's where my sold put is. So I don't mind really. In fact, I might move that sold put a little up, also keeping my hedge where it is just to get some extra treatment. But that's about it. I oh yeah, I almost forgot. Today is T-1 for Finnifty monthly expiry. So if you could quickly go there. Now I was not expecting a lot of profit here, a lot of decay. So I went in with really low profit expectations, and as a result, I had really small stop loss. I think my position was 800 quantity straddle, and on 800 quantity, I was willing to risk only 2 rupees because that's the extent of decay I was looking to capture. I think I was planning to capture about 4.5 rupees, and on that, I think 2 rupees stop loss was decent enough. So in the first spike itself, wait, let me just make sure the exit time. Yeah. So I entered at around 9:15 in the first candle, and around 12 o'clock when the large up move started, that is where the calls started to spike. Now, I think I pretty much exited at the worst time because after I exited, the calls did not blow up much. But the kind of move that we were having, that paired with the momentum in the bank Nifty as well and Nifty, I thought it would be better to just exit the position. I did not want to go heavy. I did not want to do any adjustments. I did not want to firefight the market because tomorrow is the expiry and I can always take my full quantity tomorrow. So that's why I shared my P&L in the Telegram group as well. Uh, it was a small, I think 1,600 rupees loss. So that's that.
So thanks for tuning in, guys. Please do follow us on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Please do comment. Follow us on our Telegram channel, which is free. We do keep posting setups whenever we find them. Our Instagram channel and our website, which is bereez.in. There are some nice blogs that Gandhar has written. Please do check it out. That's it. Yeah. Thank you, guys.